Okay, so let's start. So this was P2, the calculator version. And let's start with question number one. Now for question number one, let's start. The first one over here. Okay, the sign shows the opening hour for the shop. So we have Saturday to Wednesday and Thursday to Friday. There are time ranges over here. Now, if you are using a calculator, you should be having this button over here. I've told you earlier, this button over there in the calculator. Well, let me open it as well. Okay, which I got disconnected. My bad. Is the screen visible? Yes, which is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So you will have this button over here, the one I marked. So you have to find the time difference. Saturday to Wednesday, what is the time difference? So you press 18, okay, and then press this button. That means 18 hours, okay. And how many? 00 minutes. Press it again. Minus 10:30. So 10, press this button. 10 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. This is 7 hours, 30 minutes. So rather than doing it the way you people are uh, used, have been used to in P1, that you work it out because you don't have any access to the calculator. That's why. So we have 7 hours, 30 minutes for this one. That means 7.5 hours. Okay? 7.5 hours. And let's do the same. You should be doing 19, 30 minus 10, 0, 0. Okay. And let's see what do we get for that. 19, 30 minus 10. It should be 9 hours, 30 minutes, but still we are doing it. 9 hours, 30 minutes. Okay. So from Thursday to Friday, the opening hours for the shop will be, it will be 9.5 hours long. Now, work out the length of time the shop is open in 1 week. So Saturday to Wednesday, we have 5 days. So times 5. Okay. This should be 7.5 times 5, that is 37.5. Okay. And this will be 9.5 times how many days? Thursday and Friday, 2 days. So this should be 90. Okay. So the total is 56.5. Next one. And keep on marking, Rashid. Keep on marking. B part. So Basma employs 5 sales assistants and 2 supervisors. On one particular week, the 5 sales assistants each work for 30 hours and the 2 supervisors each work for 38 hours. Okay. For that week, the total amount Basma pays these 7 employees is this much. Basma pays each sales assistant this much per hour. Calculate the amount Basma pays each supervisors per hour. So what we have to see is we have number of people, and then we have the hourly rate, so number of hours, and then the hourly rate. That what are they getting per hour? So we have 5 sales assistant. We have 5 sales assistant plus 2 supervisor. Okay. And that makes it the total amount. Right? The 5 sales assistant each getting how much? They worked for 30 hours, right? And the hourly rate is 13.45. 13.45, and we have 30 hours. Then for supervisor, we have how many? 2 of them. So 2 and 38 hours they're going to work. And what is this hourly rate for them? We don't know. That is what we have to find, the hourly rate for supervisor. So let's say X, and the total amount is how much? It's 33. Okay. Now let's calculate this. So we have 5 times 30 times 13.45. We have 2017.5 plus this should be 76x is equal to 3324.7. Okay. Rearrange this and we are going to find the value of x that should be, according to the answer over here, 17.2 per hour. Okay. So keep on checking. Is there anyone whose answer is not correct? Okay. C part. The exchange rate between dollars and pounds is this. And Basma buys 50 identical games for a total of 245. 50 identical games for a total of 245. She makes a profit of 39% when she sells each game. Calculate the selling price of one game in dollars and give your answer correct to the nearest cent. So, first of all, what is the exchange rate? The exchange rate is $1 is equal to 0.77 pounds. Then we have to figure out, because we have to give our answer in dollars. So, what should we do? Let's convert the total she spent 245 pounds into dollars. So X is equal to how many dollars? This should be 245 divided by 245 divided by 0.77. 318.182. 318.182. So I've told you people before कि जब आप लोगों का final answer ना हो, you can always take as many decimal places as you can. Okay? Try to take 3-4 decimal places so that the accuracy is there. So the cost for 50 identical games will be 318.182. Okay, right? What should be the cost for one game? Rehan, so what should I do? What should be the cost for one game? Yes, Rehan, what should be the cost for one game? If the cost for 50 games is 318.182, what should be the cost for one game?
So we would divide it by 50.
Yes, that's it. So 318.182 divided by 50. So we have, can somebody calculate? I think it's stuck. Yes, anyone? 318.182 divided by 50, what do we get? Let me use the other calculator. 318.15. This should be $6.636. So per game, the cost is $6.63. So what is the cost? They are saying to calculate the selling price for one game in dollars. So we have the cost for one game. Now we can use the percentages and proportions. 6.636 represents 100%. Anything previous value will be representing 100%. Okay, and we have the selling price for one game. For one game, let's say Y. That should be representing how much percentage? That is a 39% increase, right? Profit. So 100% increase by 39, we have 139%. What should be Y? Y will be, multiply them. Let me multiply over here. This should be 8.85. 8.85. Yes. Look at your question. And are you getting the full marks over here? Yes. Ismail, are you getting the full marks over here? Okay. What about you, Neerav?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Let's move on.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर
Yes, Vashi, ask.
सर मैंने राउंड ऑफ करके 8.9 कर दिया था इसका एक नंबर कटेगा
No, that's fine.
ओके
Nearest cent. Yes. हाँ Vashi, ये है. Wait. The nearest cent over here should be 85 cent. Right. So
Sir,
be
I
careful.
also wrote 8.84.
8.84.
Yes.
What was your answer?
8.84.
Like that was your complete answer?
No, 8.846.
Should round it off. Whenever they say something, you have to abide by that.
Okay.
So because यहाँ पे they have given some leverage, but I won't right now, because you should have the habit of writing it according to what the examiner is asking. Okay. So 8.85 it is. B part. This over here. Basma invests $12,000 in an account paying compound interest at a rate of 1.5% per year. Okay, compound interest they're talking about. So let me write the formula for compound interest. That is A is equal to P times 1 plus R over 100 whole power n. Now, compound interest, at the end of 1 year, she invests another 12,000 in the same account. So I'm going to underline this at the end of first year. And at the end of 4 year, she takes 20,000 out of the account. So let me highlight this as well. Okay. Calculate the amount of money remaining in the account at the end of 4 years. Year 4. Give your answer correct to the nearest cent. Again, nearest cent. So what was the principal amount where she started? What was that? Anyone? Yes.
12,000.
12,000, right? So for year 1, it will be A is equal to 12,000 times 1 plus 1.5 over 100 whole power 1, and that we are getting 12180. Okay, this is the amount at the end of year 1. What did she do at the end of year 1? She added 12,000 to this amount. She added 12,000 to this amount. So what is the amount at the end of year 1 now? What do we have? Amount in the account. What should it be? It should be 24180. Okay. Now for the next year, I'm going to use this as the principal amount. This will be used as the principal amount. Okay. So 24180 will be the principal amount from year 2 to year 4. So we have A is equal to 24180 times 1 plus 1.5 over 100 whole power. How many years? We have 3 years. Year 2, year 3, and so we have this as, let's work it out, it should be 25.284.5 dollars. Now, what is she doing over there? She is saying, the question is saying that she takes out 20,000 from this. Takes out 20,000 from this. What is left? That's the remaining. Got it? Right? So keep on checking along. You have to submit this to me once you are done. Question number 2. In the traffic survey, information about the vehicles passing a checkpoint is recorded. 160 vehicles pass the checkpoint in the morning. The table shows the number of people in each of these vehicles. Number of people, 1. Frequency, 72. So there are 72 vehicles having just a single person. Okay. And then there are 48 vehicles having 2 number of people. So you should understand the table first. Complete the table. Right? Now over here we have one information given to us that 40, and the frequency is 40, that is representing 90 degrees. So we can work out the other amounts, right? Either you do make the proportions according to the other frequencies, like 48 will be representing how much angle, 72 will be representing how much angle, or you can figure out the number of degrees representing one card. Okay, so let's say this is x. X will be 90 by 40. So do you have 90 by 40? 2.25. Okay. Now I can figure out the rest of the angles of the pie chart by multiplying 2.25 with this. So 72 times 2.25, that should be 162. And then 48 times 2.25, we have 108. Okay. All we have to do is mark it over here, right? Now, you should be using the protractor, right? Place the protractor over here. So I'm just going to randomly mark it, but you should be placing a protractor over here. So let's say this is 162 less than 180 over here. And this is slightly above 90, so 108. Next, B part, the histogram shows the speed of vehicles passing the checkpoint in the afternoon. So histogram is given to us, and we have frequency density marked on the y-axis. You can see bars. Sanjay says the histogram shows the range of the speed is 50 km/h. Explain why he may not be correct. Anyone with a reason? Yes? जो भी आप लोगों ने लिखा, just tell me.
Sir, I wrote that the data presented in group is grouped data because of which the individual speed is unknown.
Well done. That's the exact reason. Right? So data is grouped. That's grouped. So individual speed are not known. You can see the values given to us are in class interval form, right? So it's not applicable for individual speed. Calculate the frequency table. Speed and frequency is given to us, and we have the class width. Whenever they ask you about histogram and they give you a frequency table, always refer to class width. Okay, so upper limit minus the lower limit. So the class width over here will be 30 minus 20, that is 10. 40 minus 30, that is 10 again. 45 minus 40, that is 5. Then this 5, this 20. Okay, and we have histogram over here with the different class width. So we will be making another row for frequency density, which is frequency over class width. So regarding histogram, you should remember this: class width, frequency density. Now, frequency 24 divided by 10, that would be 2.4. Okay. What about this one? What should we do? We have to find the frequency for this. Do we have the frequency density for this class interval? Yes. Rehan, do we have the frequency density for the class interval 30 to 40? Is there any bar representing Any data?
Yes.
What is that?
Which is from 30 to 40.
This bar over here, 30 to 40, you have to
Yes.
look at the height of it. The height is 4.6. So your frequency density is 4.6. You can use the same information and rearrange it to find the value of frequency. Frequency will be frequency density times the class width. So this will be 4.6 times 10, that is 46. We look at the other bar ranging from 40 to 45. So 40 to 45. Look at the height, it's 8.8. So 8.8 times the 5 times 5, we have 44. Then 40 to 45, sorry, 40 to 45 is covered, 45 to 50. So 45 to 50, we have 7.6. The frequency density, 7.6. I figured it out using the bar height. And 7.6 times 5, that will be 38. Next one, frequency density for the last one, 1.4. So again, 1.4 times 20, we have 28. Okay. So keep on marking. You people have to share it, the marked one, with me. Yes, Ismail. Ask Zara, Bacha. Yes.
So in the first part, I don't really get the reasoning for it.
Yeah. What kind of a data is this?
It is grouped.
It's group data, right? So they are saying the range of the speed is 50 kilometer per hour. Do you know what range is?
Yes.
What is that?
Highest value minus lowest value.
Yes. And is it applicable over here? Because we are dealing with a frequency table which represents a continuous data. That will be for discrete data, right? In discrete data, we figure out the highest value is a single value and the lowest value is also a single value. We can easily figure out the range, correct? So because we are dealing with the group data over here, this will not be applicable over here. Is that clear? Yes, Ismail, ask.
Yes.
सर मैंने कोई वर्किंग नहीं दिखाई, सीधा नंबर्स लिखने काफी है.
No, Vashay. You have to. No, have you written this?
The table
Anything
fill
like this? Frequency density लिखिए.
नहीं सर, लेकिन मैंने 46 44 38 28 ये
फ्रीक्वेंसी डेंसिटी लिखी है कि नहीं लिखी, ये बताओ.
नहीं सर, वो ऊपर लिखी हुई थी.
डिडक्ट अ मार्क. नहीं, वो तो ऊपर बचे, आपने तो बतानी है ना उसको. Okay. Question number 3, A part. X. The value of X is given, but 2 outputs are missing. So I'm going to replace this value of X with -2 and this with -2 as well. And the answer over here should be -2. When I replace X with 6, the answer is still -2. Then the graph. So I'm going to plot it quickly. -2 and -2. It's starting from here. So I saw somebody's paper today. Okay, let me first draw it and then I'll tell you. -1 and 1.5. And we have 0 and 4. And we have 1 and 5.5. 2 and 6. 3 and 5.5. 3 and 5.5. 4 and 4. 4 and 4. Okay, the next one is 5 and 1.5. 5 and 1.5. And then 6 and what was the value? -2. -2. So this is why I tell you people, I saw a graph. I think it was, whose graph was this? So you should remember the shape of the graph. Over here, we are dealing with a quadratic graph with the coefficient of x square as a negative, right? So it should be an n-shaped graph. Okay, left to right, it should be moving downwards. If you see, if your graph is starting from somewhere over here, like this, let's say it's starting like this, that means there is some issue with your graph, and you can easily figure out that this is the point. Okay, so you should remember the shape of the graph. Now let's draw it. From point to point, and whatever way you are comfortable with, just draw your curve like that. You can rotate your paper. Okay, so this is your graph. Okay, now find the equation of the line of symmetry of the graph. This equation of the line of symmetry. Line of symmetry for a quadratic equation will exist exactly at the minimum or maximum point. What is the maximum point over here? What is the maximum point over here?
1/6.
No, the maximum, yes, got it. It's 2 and 6. I'm talking about just the x value. It is 2, right? So you draw a line over here. This is the line of symmetry. X is equal to. Line of symmetry for a quadratic graph exists on the maximum or minimum point. On the grid, draw the line this for this range. So I'm going to draw a table of values. Whenever you are dealing with a linear equation like this, consisting both the x and y variable, you will draw a table of values. X, y. Select 3 values on the safer side. You can also use the intercepts. Okay, let's say, let me select 0, 3, and 6. Right? I've chosen the multiples of 3 because it will be divided by 3. So when x is 0, y should be 6 divided by 3, that is 2. When x is 3, that should be 9. 9 divided by 3, that is 3. And when x is 6, so we have 12 divided by 3, that is 4. So these are the coordinates. अगर आप लोगों के coordinates different आ रहे हो, let's say not in integer form, that is also fine. So 0 and 2, 0 and 2, right over here. Then we have 3 and 3. And then we have 6 and 4. So you place your ruler. Now avoid this. Some students just draw a line like this. This is not the correct picture. This line is not representing the correct picture. Why? That because according to this line, we have just one solution. You should be covering the whole graph. आपका पूरा graph cover होना चाहिए like this. Okay. Now you can see we have two solutions where the line and the graph is intersecting. We have 2 points for that. So write down the x coordinates of the point of intersection of the curve and the line. So this over here, let's say this is negative 0.95. And this one over here, let's say this is 4.25. Let me check the range. Where is the file? Where is file? Can't look at the file. Wait. It's not opening. So your value should be somewhere around this, negative 0.95. I'm going to share the range as well, according to the marking scheme. 0.95 and 4.25. Is there anyone whose values are other than this? Like a big difference? No? Okay. Okay. This one over here, question number 4. Write down the elements of A. So the elements of A. First of all, what should I do for that? Rehan, what is our universal set?
Which consists of all the values mentioned.
Yes, from
So it's from 1 to 15.
God. So I will list it down. It won't take much time. क्योंकि हमारे पास we don't have to. We'll try to avoid mistakes, right? That's why it's better to list it down. A, again, these words I'm going to change into numbers. So x is such that x is a multiple of 3. You select from the universal set. This is the set you can't go out of, right? So all the other sets will be taken out from this universal set. Okay. So A, multiples of 3, from 1 to 15, I have to see multiples of 3. 3, we have 6, we have 9, we have 12, and we have 15. B, x is such that x is a factor of 30. So all those numbers which can divide 30 perfectly from this universal set. Okay? I'm telling you people again and again, from this universal set. Okay. Write down the elements of A. Elements of A आपके पास आ गए हैं. You can just write it as it is. 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Okay, complete the Venn diagram. To complete the Venn diagram, we start with the most common. Most common means this area, the intersection part. So what is common between A and B? You can see. Let me highlight it for you. 3 is common over here. 3 is common over here. 6, 6, and then 15 and 15. So 3, 6, and 15 will be over here. 3, 6, and 15. Then we have those numbers which are only part of A only or B only. A only represent this, B only represent this. So A only will be, apart from 3, 6, and 15, we have 9 and 12. And for B, apart from 3, 6, and 15, we have 1, 2, 5, 10. And all the other numbers in this universal set, which are not part of A or B, will be outside these sets. So हमारे पास कौन से numbers हैं? We have 4 not mentioned in any of these sets. We have 7, we have 8, we have 11, we have 13, we have 14. You can always cross them out. Okay. Next, X is an element of, you should know the language of sets. So X is an element of, or the member of set A union B complement. That means X is not part of A and B. It should be out of A and B. So as you can see, all those numbers which are not part of A and B will be represented with A union B complement. And what can you see? You can see 4, 7, 8, 11, 13, 14. They are not part of A and B. Okay. So how many? Find the smallest value of X. What is the smallest value of X over here, Zara? Yes, Zara?
Is it 4?
Yes. Okay. Find the number of elements of A intersection B complement. Okay. So if for those who can't figure this out, Rehan, Rishi, can you figure out the area they're talking about? Which region are they talking about? A intersection B complement. Yes, Rehan?
So they're talking about the values besides P.
So they should be part of A, but excluding the set B, right?
Yes.
Good. Right. So those who don't understand, they can always refer to the shading part. Right? So this is the reason they are talking about. A, set A, apart from B, B complement. So we have how many elements? We have 2 elements over there. Is that clear? 9 and 12. Now, question 5, we just have to solve it. So this should be y over 4. So 4 times 8 is 32. Then, if we rearrange it, we have minus 6, x, and 12 minus 3, that is 9. So x is equal to 9 by minus 6. We have minus 3 by 2. B part, w is equal to 5x minus 6y. Find the value of w when x is equal to 6.2 and y is equal to negative 1.8. So w is equal to 5 times 6.2 minus 6 times negative 1.8. Okay, so we have this 31 plus 10.8. Even if you write just one step, that's fine. 41.8. Okay. Next, rearrange the formula to make x the subject. So we are going to rearrange everything over here. To make x the subject, we were starting with w is equal to 5x minus 6y. Okay. Now, leave the x term over there is equal to 5x. Now, according to this, left-hand side is equal to right-hand side. So I can switch the side like this. Okay. Left-hand side is equal to right-hand side in an equation. So x is equal to w plus xy over 5. That's your answer. Next, C part. We have to factorize. Now, what do we factorize? First of all, let's see what is common between the first 2 terms and then the second 2 terms. Like this, we are going to take common. So in the first 2 terms, we have x. No, we don't have x. Okay, let's just group it like the like terms. 3xy, right? Now we can take common. And minus x squared plus 5x. Now look at the first two terms and the second two terms. So we have 3 and y is common. So what do we have? 5 minus x. And in this, we have minus x as common. So x minus 5. Okay. Is that clear? Yes, Vishay? Okay. So we have 3y minus x and x minus 5. Those who are getting the answer as, that's also correct. If somebody is getting this answer, so I'm going to write both of them. 3y minus x and x minus 5. This is also correct. Or if somebody is getting 3y plus x, 5 minus x, that's also fine. Okay. Now, write as a single fraction in the simplest form. So we have to make the denominator same. To make the denominator same, I have to multiply. The common denominator over here should be x minus 3 and x plus 3. To achieve that, I have to multiply the first fraction over here with x plus 3. So I have to multiply the numerator with x plus 3 as well. So we get 2 times x plus 3. Then we have to make the second fraction. So I'm going to multiply this over here with x minus 3, this one over here. So I have to do with the numerator as well, x minus 3. So we have minus 4, x minus 3. And then for the third one, I have to multiply that with both of them because our denominator over here is 1. So I'm going to multiply this with x minus 3. So x minus 3 and x plus 3, and the numerator as well with x minus 3 and x plus 3. So over here, our numerator will consist of x minus 3 and x plus 3. Okay. So it's an expression, not an equation. Don't try to solve it like finding the value of x. That is not possible. So we have 2x plus 6 minus 4x plus 12 plus x plus x squared. Okay, always I'll suggest when you are dealing with two brackets, I will put a square bracket over here. For example, we have a negative sign, it will change everything. Right? So it's better to use a square bracket, x squared plus 3x minus 3x minus 9. Or you can keep the bracket as it is. Now, let's further simplify. Let's group the like terms. So we have x squared, let's write it as x squared. Then we have 3 and 3 will cancel out. Okay. We could have applied the identity directly as well. X squared, then minus 2x, minus 4x plus 2x, which is minus 2x. And then 12 minus 9 is 3, and 6 plus 3, that is 9, positive 9, divided by x minus 3 and x plus 3. Okay, that's your answer. Ismail, did you skip any step? Yes, Ismail, ask.
मैंने x square minus 9 लिखा था नीचे.
X square minus 9, that's also fine. That's fine. Okay. If you want to expand the brackets in the denominator, that is also fine. Question number 6 over here. Okay. For this one, we have the diagram shows a sphere inside a cube. The sphere touches all 6 faces of the cube. The volume of the cube is 343 centimeter cube. and calculate the volume of the sphere. So it's touching the cube, right, at certain points, the sphere. And if we are dealing with the cube, then the length is the same as the width, is the same as the height. So let's say all of them are x. Okay. So volume of the cube is already given. So I can use that base area into height. That's the formula for volume of a cube, base area into height, because it's a prism. So 343 base area is square. So x times x, that is x square, times the height, x. Now, left hand side is equal to right hand side. So I can switch it like this. X cube is equal to 343. And take a cube root of this. We have 343 cube root of this. What do we have? X is equal to 7 centimeter. Now look over here. It's a very important thing which they have discussed. The sphere touches all the 6 faces of the cube. Rehan, which is the sphere touching this base over here? Yes or no? Yes, Rehan? I think you can't hear me. Zara, what about you? Can you hear me? Is the sphere touching the base over here?
It is.
So let's say if this is the center over here. Can I say this line from the center to the circumference, this is the radius? Can I say that?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. And what about this portion? Is this the radius as well?
Yes.
Right. So if I can figure out the height, is it the same as the diameter of the circle? Yes or no?
No,
Why?
because isn't a sphere like different from a cube and its dimensions?
Sure, it's perfectly different. That's in circular form, and this is a prism, right? Made up of squares. But the
Then
statement
how
is
can
saying
it
that the
be?
sphere, okay, the sphere touches all the 6 faces of the cube. Isn't it
Okay,
symmetrical?
then it's equal.
Yes,
Then it's equal.
right? Because it's touching all the 6 faces of the cube. It's not an uneven sphere. It's touching all the 6 faces of the cube over here. So that means it's touching the bottom square and the top square, which are considered to be the bases. So the height of this cube is the same as the diameter. So I'm going to write it as well. Height of cube is equal to diameter of the sphere. Okay, and what should be the value? We just calculated that. That is 7 centimeter. Now I can figure out that the radius of the sphere, which is half of it. So I can use the formula volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, r over here is half of the diameter, 3.5. Okay, so I'm going to use 4 by 3 times pi times 3.5 cube. So what do we get? Work it out. $179.6. Okay, Mahnur, you got it right or no? Yes, Mahnur?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you understand this?
Yes.
Solid A is mathematically similar to solid B. Solid A is mathematically similar to solid B. That means we can use the similarity concept. Right? The volume of the solid A is this, its height is this, volume of solid B is this, and calculate the height of the solid. So for similar shapes, there is a relation between volumes. So volume of the first shape over volume of the second shape is equal to the height, the corresponding lengths, whole cube. Yes, this might ask.
ये जो
Yes.
मतलब मैंने भी वही सेम लगाया था, लेकिन जो आंसर है ना मेरा वो 179 के बजाय कुछ और आ रहा है। शायद कैलकुलेटर में कुछ और डाल दियो।
Here you're working. I'll see you're working. Okay. Don't mark it, I'll tell you. So V1 over here, let's say that is 540. Divided by V2, volume of the solid B, 1280. And the corresponding lengths. So they have given us the height of solid A, which is 15. We don't have the height of solid B. So let's keep it as H2. Now take a cube root of this. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. So I'm switching the places. Cube root of 540 over 1280. Now, what is the cube root of this? 540 divided by 1280. And we take a cube root of this. Cube root of 0.75 and 15 divided by 0.75, we have 20. Okay, so H2 is 20. Is that clear? Next, this one, curved surface area of a cone is this, pi RL. Now, do remember this. You will be given a formula sheet, but the formulas are limited. You can't totally rely on that formula sheet. You should remember some of these, okay? Or या फिर just look at the formula sheet and see which formulas are given to you and which are not given to you, so that you don't get shocked in the paper ke, you will totally relying on a formula sheet. The diagram shows a solid formed by joining a cone to this cylinder. The cone and the cylinder each have radius 6.3. So this is the common radius. The slant height of the cone is 8.7, which is labeled. The ratio height of cone, height of cylinder is 2:3. So they have given us a ratio. Okay, let's say this is height of cone, and this is the height of cylinder. This is 2 parts and this is 3 parts. Okay, will be split like this. Calculate the surface area of the solid. So let's figure it out. Can we figure out the height of the cone? Yes, we can. We can use this over here. The perpendicular distance from the vertex to the base of the cone. This will be the height of the cone. I can figure that out because we are making a right angle triangle over here. This is a right angle triangle. HC 6.3 and 8.7. So I can figure out the height of the cone. Okay. Applying Pythagoras theorem, it will be 8.7, which is the hypotenuse, minus the base squared. So height of the cone is 6 centimeters. Now, according to the ratio given to us, what was the ratio? That the height of the cone and the height of the cylinder are in the ratio 2:3. To figure out the ratio, the height of the cylinder, I can rearrange this, okay? And this will be 3 times the height of cone divided by 2. I just rearranged this, okay? Cross multiply it and then make height of cylinder as the subject. Is that clear? Is there anyone who didn't understand this part? Okay, so 3 by 2 times height of cone, which is 6. So the height of cylinder is 9 centimeters. Okay, we have 9 centimeters. Now we can figure out the total surface area of the solid. If you, for example, I told you people, whenever you are dealing with a solid or a 3D shape, consider it that you have a paint brush. Zara, which I am going to ask you, if you have a paintbrush, which parts of this solid can you paint?
Only the curved part.
Are you sure? Can't I paint this curved part of the cone?
Yes, that's what I said. Like you can add the curved parts of both of the solids.
Of both of the solid, let's see. Curved surface area of cone plus the curved surface area of but what about this part over here? Can't I paint this base? Not inside, from the outside,
Yes.
right? So this is called the base, which is in circular form. So if we add all these up, we get the total surface area. Total surface area of cone, curved surface area of cone, sorry, pi RL, plus the curved surface area of cylinder, we have 2 pi RH, and plus the base, which is pi r square. You find the areas of all of these, right? Just plug in the values. We have the radius 6.3, we have the slant height, which is 8.7. Okay, this plus 2 pi times r 6.3 times h. What is the height of the cylinder? 9. Okay. Plus pi r square 6.3. So you can plug in using brackets. You can calculate this as a whole in calculator. Okay, using brackets. Yes, Zara, ask.
So for every total surface area question, can I assume that it is the sum of all the surfaces that a person can paint?
Yes, exactly. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, this is not working. So I'm just going to calculate over here. So we have 653.2 centimeter cube. Okay, is that clear? Okay, let's move on. Question number 7 over here. ABCD is a parallelogram with sides AB
दोबारा आंसर
BC.
दिखा।
Yes, Ismail?
आप एक बार दोबारा आंसर दिखा सकते
Sure. Seven. ABCD is a parallelogram with sides AB, BC, CD, and DA. A is the point -3, 7, and B is the point 2 and 5. AD is -1, -6. Find the coordinates of D. To figure out the coordinates of D, I can split this AD into its position vectors. When you split a vector into its position vector, it will always be starting from a fixed point. So OA and OD, these are the two position vectors I splitted AD into. Now, as we have mentioned in our lectures, that the first one will always be a negative, the second one will always be a positive. So that is why you can write it as OD minus OA. Okay. Now, position vector of a point, because we are dealing with position vectors and coordinates. Just remember this, again I'm writing coordinates of a point is the same as position vector of a point. So that means if the coordinates of E is -3 and 7, the position vector OA is the same, just in a column form. Right? That was in a row form, this is in a column form. And OB will be 2 and 5. First is the horizontal component, the second is the vertical component. So OD will be, OD is what we have to figure out. So OD, rearrange it, we have AD plus O. AD is -1, -6. OA is -3 and 7. Add them. So -1 plus -3 is -4. And -6 plus 7, that is +1. So the position vector of D is the same as the coordinates of D. So -4 and 1. Find AD, the magnitude of AD. To figure out the magnitude of AD, I'm just going to take an under root and square the horizontal component and the vertical component. Okay, derived from Pythagoras. Sorry, it's AD, not OD. Looking at this one, -1 and -6. So this will be 1 plus 36 under root 37. You have the access to calculator, so you can calculate the value 6.08. Find AC. ABCD is a parallelogram. So let me draw it like this. For example, we have, just to show you, okay, let me draw it. So this is a parallelogram, and the properties of parallelogram will be two equal sides, two equal angle. We are not concerned about the angle, but we are concerned about the sides. So if we have AB and AC given to us, they have given us EC, and we can find AC using, in order to move from AC, I have to move to a common point B, and then from B towards another one, like this. we add them, right? When we are moving towards the common point, and then from that common point towards the end point. So the starting point is A, the ending point is C. We move towards the common point from A towards B, and then from B towards C. So we are going to add them. Now for this, we require, do we have AB? No, we don't have AB. So I have to find AB. If I split AB into its position vector, again, this will be OA and this will be OB. The first one is negative, the second one is positive. So this will be OB minus OA. OB given over here is 2 and 5, and OA minus 3 and 7. So we have AB as 2 minus 3, that is 5, and minus 2. This is AB. For BC, it's the same thing because we have AD with us, right? We have AD, right? So that means AD is equal to CB. If I want to figure out the reverse of it, right? AD and BC. Sorry, it's AD. It's the same. AD, same magnitude, same direction. So you can figure out BC from this. It's the same as AD, minus 1 and minus 6. I'm going to use both of these over here. 5 minus 2. BC over here, minus 1 and 6. Add them together. We have 4 and minus 8. That's your answer. So check it, Bache. Is it? Good. Rafi, are you getting these right?
Yes, sir.
Good. D part. Line L is the line perpendicular to AB that passes through the point D. Find the equation of line L. Okay. So I'm going to just draw it out like this. Let's say, let me move towards A and B point. I'm going to copy this. What is happening? Okay, I'm writing it. Point A is 3 and 7. Negative 3 and 7. Point B is 2 and 5. So, point A, let's say, we have over here, randomly drawn. And point B, let's say it's over here, 2 and 5. So this is the line AB, if I join them. They're saying line L is the line perpendicular to AB. It's not line AB which we have to find the equation for. We have to find the equation for this line over here, which is perpendicular to AB. And it's not a bisector. Be careful with the words. It's not a bisector. It can be anywhere. It's just perpendicular to this line, making a 90 degrees. Okay, it can be anywhere over. So it's making a 90 degrees. So that is why this is called line L. Line L is the line perpendicular to AB and passes through D. Okay, it's passing through point D. What was point D? Let's say D is over here. I'm just drawing it randomly, so I'm not drawing it accurately, just a sketch. Where is D? Minus 4 and 1. As you can see, this one over here. Minus 4 and 1. So it's passing through the point D, which is minus 4 and 1. So now to figure out the equation of a line, we have two options. Y is equal to mx plus c. If we know the y-intercept, okay? y-intercept if we know. If we don't know the y-intercept, I can use y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. For this, we should have the gradient. Yes, Ismail, ask. Ismail, ask.
जी सर
And a point. Yes, ask. You were asking something? Ismail, you were asking something? Okay. So gradient of, which is represented by m, let's say m1 for AB is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. First, I am finding the gradient of line AB. Okay. For that, let's say this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So this should be 5 minus 7 divided by 2 minus 3. So we have minus 2 by 5. This is the gradient for line AB. So the relation between gradients of perpendicular lines will be, when we multiply them, the answer should always be minus 1. So the gradient of line L, let's say that is m2. So minus 2 by 5 times m2. That's a negative reciprocal of this. Okay. So m2 should be minus 5 divided by minus 2, that is 5 by 2. So now we have the gradient for line N, which is 5 by 2. And we have the point on line, which is that point D. And I'll consider this x1, y1. So I'm just going to replace it. Y minus y1 m, the gradient of line L, x minus x1. Okay. So we have y minus 1. Let's multiply it. 2y minus 2 is 5x and x plus 4. So that makes 5 times plus 4. 5 times a positive 4, that is 20. So 2y is equal to 5x plus 22. That's your equation. You can even rearrange it and write it like this. So y is equal to 5 by 2x plus 22 divided by 2, that is 11. Both are acceptable. Right? D part. Next one. Question number 8. So this one will be ABCD is a field. AB is 320. Mohammad Amir, have you got any questions wrong?
जी सर वो बस थोड़ी बहुत मिस्टेक्स थी एक मार्क
Okay, you have to mark it honestly. थोड़ा सा, क्योंकि I will be checking your paper with that. Okay.
सर
सारों ने.
यस आंसर बस एक सेकंड के लिए
Sir,
दिखा दो
please scroll through our reception.
Sure. Done?
Yes.
Okay. Question number 8. ABCD is a field. Now, do remember, do we have angle of elevation or something? No, we don't. If we do sometimes a question getting an angle of elevation or depression, so do remember when they say ABCD is on a field, it's on the level ground. All the points are on the level ground. It's like you are looking from above It's like a bird eye view. What you are looking is a ground from above. Okay? It's not that this point C is vertically above point D. No, all of them are on a level ground. AB is equal to 320 meters. CD is given, and all these lengths, and angle BCD is also given 90 degrees. Ray walks from A to AB. Ray walks from A to B at an average speed of 1.6 meter per second. So you label them on the diagram, and I told you people use a pencil. Okay, use a pencil to label all this, so you don't have to read it again. Whatever is missing, that is Ray is walking. He walks from A towards B at 1.6 meter per second. Right? This is the speed. And he then runs from B to C at an average speed of 2.8 meter per second. So over there, he was walking. Right over here, he's running at 2.8 meter per second. Okay. Calculate Ray's average speed from A to B to C. The average speed. What is the average speed? I'm going to write the formula. Average speed is? Anyone? Yes?
Total distance over total time.
Yes, total distance over total time. That means we have to figure out what is the total distance from A to B and then from B to C. And what is the time required for Ray to reach from A to B and then from B to C. So we have the distance. We have the distance. Yes, we have. The total distance will be, he went from A towards B, that is 320, and then he went from B towards C, that is 250. So add them up. 320 plus 250. That's the total distance. But when it comes to time, we don't have the time, that what time it took for A to walk from A to B and what time it took for A to run from B to C. So we have to use this information to figure out A to B, he's walking. The information is given to us. So we can use this formula, speed is equal to distance over time. Rearrange it, distance is equal to speed into time. Rearrange it, time is equal to distance over speed. So over here, because we are dealing with time, we want to figure out time. So time from A to B will be the distance, right? What is the distance? 320 divided by the speed, which is 1.6. What is the time from A to B? And remember, it's meter and the speed is meter per second. So that means your time should be coming in seconds. So it's 200 seconds. And then B to C. For B to C, we have time from B to C should be the distance 250 over the speed 2.8. Again, 250 divided by 2.8 is 89.28 seconds. So what should be the total time we are referring? Total time. Add them up. 200 plus 89.28. We get 289.28 seconds. Right? Because the distance is in meter, the time is in seconds, I can use the same value over here and just divide them. I'm getting 1.97. That's your answer, meter per second. Okay. Check it properly. See if you have made any mistakes. Done? Yes, Sarah? Checked?
Yes, sir. I just did it in a different way.
Okay, that's fine. I will see your working. What did you do?
I did like I added 320 and 250 and then divided that by 320 over 1.6 plus 250 over 2.8.
That's fine. 2.8.
And I got the same answer.
Okay, you added these two distances and the speed. Is this what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So the bearing of D from A is 243. So let me uh, get this. I don't know why it's not pasting. Okay. The bearing of D from A. Let's look at it. Wait. I'm just going to stop the screen sharing. Now I'm going to pause the recording. Wait. And then see. So the bearing of D from A is 243. And calculate the bearing of B from A. B from where should I make the north? Sarah, where should I make the north?
So it's already there on A.
Good. Right? So we are talking about the north of A. Okay. Now, the bearing of D from A is 243. Okay. So they are talking about this bearing over D from A. That means this here. This is already given to us. How much is this? 243. D from A is equal to 243. Now, to figure out the bearing of B from A, that means this is required. From the north of A till I reach this line AB. This is required. And how can we figure that out? If I have this angle over here, if I can figure out this angle and subtract it from 243, will I get the bearing of B from A? Can I say that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, for that, if I split this shape, I can see a non-right angle triangle. Yes. And a right angle triangle. Can I apply anything to the non-right angle triangle to figure out the angle?
We can use Pythagoras theorem to calculate dB
Yes, well
and
done.
then use cosine rule for the angle.
Exactly. So because we have this right angle triangle, which is DCB, we have 132 given, 250 given, I can figure out dB. So dB square is 132 square plus 250 square. Pythagoras theorem. So dB is equal to under root of these two. So the value of dB should be 282.7. Okay. Now ADB is a non-right angle triangle. It's a non-right angle triangle. And we just found out dB, the length of dB. So we have two options, sine rule or cosine rule. Which one should I use? Which one can I use? Yes,
Cosine, sir.
cosine, because we have all three sides given. The second condition is side angle side. So this is fulfilling. We have all three sides now, and I can find the missing angle. So what you can do is cos of DAB the angle I marked, is equal to. This formula will not be given in the formula sheet. You have the other formula for cosine. Okay. So you select the two neighboring sides of this angle, which is 365 and 320. Square them and add them together. And then you look at the side opposite to it. You square it and subtract it. Divided by 2 times the two neighboring sides. Now work it out. Cos of, so DAB will be cos inverse of all this working. Let me do the working for this. So if you want to do everything within a calculator, use brackets. Okay. And use as many decimal places as you can if you are writing it like this. Otherwise, you can do it directly on a calculator. So cos inverse of this will give us 48.2. So if this is 48.2, I can figure out the bearing of B from A, which I have marked with the red. Bearing of B from A is the given bearing 243 minus 48.2. That gives us 194.8. It's a 5-mark question. Working is very important. Right? Then question number 9. Mahnul Bashir, did you get that right? The previous one?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you do any working at all? Or did you
No,
write
sir.
something? Did you write something like
No,
this?
sir. नहीं सर
ये भी नहीं लिखा?
नहीं
अच्छा ठीक है. Question number 9. What about you, Rafi? Did you got it right? Previous
Yes,
one?
sir.
Good. Rehan, you didn't attempt, no? So ABD is a triangle. C is point on BD and E is a point on AD. AB is parallel to EC and CD is equal to DE. Find the value of X and Y. So we have a lot of information over here, but some of the ones which I'm going to highlight is AB is parallel to EC. So I'm going to highlight this, AB and EC. Now, here comes all those angles which we studied with parallel lines and transversal or transversal crossing parallel lines. Okay. We had alternate angles in the shape of Z. We have corresponding in the shape of F. and we have supplementary in the shape of C. All these. Now, they're saying CD is equal to DE. So I'm going to highlight this as well. CD is equal to DE. They're saying to find the value of X and Y. So I can say that this angle over here is the same as this angle over here, because we can see a Z shape being formed, right? Like this. So that angle is equal to this angle. This is also 28. Now we have angles in triangle. Now we have 4 marks for this, so which give reasons. ABE is equal to BEC. That is 28. Why? Alternate angles. Then I can find the value of X, because the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180. So X is equal to 180 minus 28 plus 54. This should be 98. X is 98. Now what should be Y? Because we have this angle over here, angle on a straight line. Okay. This is angle on a straight line. Or we can, yes, angle on a straight line. There is another way that this is fine. So X is 98 plus 28. And if you subtract it from 180, we get angle CED. (180 minus 98 minus 28). What do we get? We get 54. So this angle is 54 degrees. Now, obviously, we are dealing with the isosceles triangle. This is also 54 degrees. That means Y can be figured out like this. Y plus 54 plus 54 makes it 180. So Y is equal to 180 minus both of these. This will be 72. So we have 98 and 72. Working is important, which is 4 marks. That is one. Next. Question number B, the same question, B part. So PQR is a triangle. P and R are points on a circle center O. O is a point on PQ. O is the point on PQ. And QR is a tangent to the circle at R. QR is equal to 12 and angle RPQ is 35. Calculate the area of triangle PQR. Now, some information is given to us. They have said, they are saying that QR is a tangent to the circle at R. Let me highlight this. There will be some information which is of importance. To figure out the area of triangle PQR, let's split this triangle into 2 other triangles. So if I join, what do we call any line from the center to the circumference is called, yes,
The radius.
the radius. And what was the property between a radius and a tangent?
They meet at 90 degrees.
Good. Radius and tangent will always be 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees. Right? Now, if this is 35, and we can see that triangle OPR is an isosceles triangle, isn't it? Triangle OPR is an isosceles triangle. Why is this isosceles? Because this is radius and this is radius. We are dealing with two radii. So if that angle is 35, this angle is also 35. Okay. This can give us this angle over here, which is 35 plus 35 is 70. 180 minus 70, that is 110 degrees. We got this angle. We can figure out this angle easily because angle on a straight line is 180. So ROQ is 180 minus 110, which is 70. Now, can I find now the area of both the triangles? Right? We have the information for this. All we have to do is we have to find the radius OR. Okay, because we need a height and two sides. So let's calculate OR. Triangle ORQ is a right angle. If it's a right angle, we can apply the trigonometric ratios, sine, cos, tan. Which one should we apply to figure out OR? Sine, cos, or tan? We have the opposite. We need the adjacent. It should be Rehan. Rehan.
Yes, sir.
Which should this be? Tan, cos, sine. We have the opposite. We need the adjacent.
So tan.
Tan. So tan of 70 should be equal to 12 over OR. So you get the value of OR from OR is equal to 4.37. Now this is the working I'm doing for you people. Do not write in this margin. So just abide by that. Okay, be careful with this. Now that we have OR, I can easily split this into two areas. Area of triangle OPR, which is a non-right angle triangle, plus area of triangle ORQ, which is a right angle. So for this one, I'm going to use 1 by 2 times AB sine C. AB are the two neighboring sides of the angle in between. So if this side OR, if this OR is 4.3, that means OP is also 4.3. So we have two sides given to us and an angle in between 110. And for the right angle triangle, I'm going to use half base into height. Okay, so use that. Four point three seven times sine of 110 plus 1 by 2 times base is 12 times the height is again 4.37. So always make a statement and then work it out. It will be easier for you. So when we calculate it, You can use brackets on both the sides, bracket for this one and bracket for that one in calculator so that you avoid making any mistakes. Let me see if is there anyone who struggle with this calculation? Yes, Sarah, so can you do that?
Yes.
Let me just do it over here. If you want to do it everything on the same, if it works, I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, so it will be 0.5. I'm using brackets times 4.37 times 4.37 times sine 10, 110. Okay, plus we have another bracket 0.5 times 12 times 4.37 bracket close. So we have 32, 35.2. Got it? So use brackets whenever you are using a calculator like this. Okay.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर
और बच्चे बताओ
सर मेरा आंसर सही है मैंने मेथड दूसरा यूज किया मैंने वो अल्टरनेट सेगमेंट थ्योरम यूज किया था
alternate segment theorem for this which part?
सर वो आर और ओ के दरमियान एक लाइन बनाई थी सो जो नीचे वाला एंगल है वो 35 बन गया था
Okay, that's fine. And did you calculate the angle 35?
यस सर नो सर रूल के अकॉर्डिंग 35 ही बनता है
Okay, according to that, okay, that's fine. Alternate segment theorem, that's fine, perfectly fine. Question number 10. Okay, and then we have the last question. Okay, question number 10. Bag A contains red balls and green balls. The total of balls in the bag X. The number of green balls in bag is 6 times more than 6 times, not 6 times, it's 6 more than the number of red balls. Okay, so whenever we are dealing with such kind of thing, we can always make a list. Okay, bag A. Bag A listed down. Okay. So they're saying red. How many are red? Do we have that? No. They are saying that, okay, let's say that is Y because they have named the total as X. So if red is Y, then green is 6 more than that. So 6 plus Y. And the total should be X. Now they're saying show that the fraction of the ball in bag A that red is this. So let's use the probability of that it is a red ball will be number of red balls, the favorable outcome divided by the total number of. So red over here is right. That should be Y divided by X. Right? Y divided by X. But what can be Y? If we make a statement out of it, it should be like Y plus 6 plus Y is equal to X, right? So that means Y is equal to X minus 6 divided by 2, isn't it? Yes, Rehan? Did you get this?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Mohammed Amir? Manur?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. इसकी समझ आ गई है प्रोबेबिलिटी वाली की? Yes or
Yes.
no? Let me write it again. First, I made a list. Now I'm going to write it as a statement. You know, red plus green will give us, Anu,
Bag A.
the total. Can I say that? Red plus green. Do we have the total number of balls in the bag?
Yes.
So what is red?
Y.
Okay. What is green?
6 plus Y.
What is the total?
X.
So when we rearrange it, it is.
Okay.
Now we have y as x minus 6 over 2 divided by x. If I change it into multiplication, we take the reciprocal of it, right? So we have x minus 6 over 2x. Is that clear? Yes or no? Yes or no? Manur got it?
Yes.
Okay, B part. Bag B also contains red and green balls. The number of red is NB is X, and the number of green in bag B is 4 times the number of green. Right? So I can again make a statement that the total should be red plus green. And over here, they are saying that the red is X and green is 4 times the number of the green balls in bag A is 4 times the green balls in bag B. So what was the number in bag A of green balls? Manur, what was the number?
6 plus Y.
X plus Y. And did we figure out the value of Y?
X minus 6 over 2.
Right. So I can use all of this information over here. This should be X plus Y, right? And then I'm going to figure that out as well. So we have X plus 4 times. Instead of Y, I'm going to write this over here. 6 plus X minus 6 over 2. Is that clear? Yes. Is that clear? So we have Rafi Vashi. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now I can just cancel this out. 2. Now we have X plus 12. Sorry, 6 plus X. Okay. Now this should be. Okay, there was a 2, my bad. 2 times 6 plus X. So X plus 12 plus 2X. So this is 3X plus 2X. The total is 3X plus 2, 12. Right? Now, what is the fraction of balls in bag that are red? So again, we can refer to the probability. Probability of red from bag B will be X over the total, which is 3X plus 12. Is that clear? Yes, Mohammed Amir, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
This one over here, So we are going to cross multiply it and show that it matches this. So 2x squared, just cross multiply it. This will be 3x squared plus 12x minus 18x minus 72 is equal to 2x squared. Now this will be x squared left. If I bring this 2x squared to the left hand side, and this should be minus 6x, this should be minus 1. So we have shown this. And it's a 3-mark question. So show these steps. Now solve by factorization. You can't use the other formula, right? You have to use factorization. Factorization, we have a product and a sum. What is the product? Product is the first value into this last value. So that means this is minus 72. The product is minus 72 and the sum is the middle value. Middle value, minus 6. Now we need two numbers which when we multiply, we get minus 72 and when we add them, we get minus 6. So minus 12 times 6 is minus 72 and minus 12 plus 6 is minus 6. So these two factors or numbers satisfies the product and the sum rule. So minus 12x plus 6x minus 72 is equal to 0. So what is common in the first two? X is common. Second two, we have 6 common. We have two brackets, x plus 6 and x minus 12 is equal to 0. So we have two values. I'm going to put x plus 6 equal to 0, which will be x is equal to minus 6. And then I'm going to put x minus 12 is equal to 0. That would be x is equal to 12. The two values are minus 6 and 12. Now, x is the total number of balls in bag A. Use your answer to part D to find the number of green balls in bag A. Green balls in bag A. Now, obviously, if we are using this value to part D, the number of balls cannot be negative. It must be positive, right? So I'm going to reject this value. Okay, and I'm going to use this value. Now, green balls in bag A. What was green balls? That was x 6 plus y. That means 6 plus y. What was the value of y? Okay, right. 6 plus y. And the value of y was x minus 6 by 2. So 6 plus y. The value of y was x minus 6 by 2. So I'm going to use the value of x as 12. 6 plus 12 minus 6 by 2. We have 6 plus 3. And the answer is 9. Okay, the last question of this paper was that Mia Shapes has 25 shapes. She uses their properties to sort them into groups. The table shows the number of shapes in each group. So we can see a table where lines of symmetry for triangle and quadrilateral are given and no line of symmetry for triangle and quadrilateral. So Mia takes one of the triangles at random, notes its property and replaces it. First of all, it's without replacement. Okay, sorry, replaces it. It's with replacement. So whatever is taken out, it's placed back. So find the probability that it has a line of symmetry. So they're not concerned about the shape. Your triangle hoga ya quadrilateral hoga, that doesn't matter. All that matters is it should have line of symmetry. So I'm going to look at this. Sorry, triangle. Yes, there is. Takes one of the triangles at random. Yes, so shape is involved. One of the triangles at random. Okay, and the probability that it has a line of symmetry. So what should that be? 4 by? Yes.
25.
No. Mia takes one of the triangles at random. She's taking one of the triangles at random.
4 by 9.
Yes. Now, Mia takes one of the two shapes at random, notes its properties, and replaces it. Total will not change. Okay. Replaces it. It's a probability with replacement. So total remains the same. Because whatever she is taking out, she's replacing it back. She then takes a second shape at random, notes its properties, and replaces it. Find the probability that both shapes are quadrilateral. So list it down first. We are dealing with quadrilaterals. We have to find the property related to quadrilaterals. So how many quadrilaterals can you see for both the shapes? Sorry, for both the lines or no lines. How many quadrilaterals? Yes, Manu. How many quadrilaterals?
16.
16. And total shapes are
25.
25. So we have the probability that the first one is a quadrilateral and the second one is also quadrilateral. What should it be? Yes, Manu? Yes, 16 by 25, and the other one should be?
I wrote 9 over 25 into 7 over 25.
Okay, did you understand this? Because the question asked was related to quadrilaterals in total, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
So the quadrilateral total are 16. The probability that the first shape is a quadrilateral is 16 by 25. And what is the probability of the second shape to be quadrilateral? Because she's replacing it, putting
The
it back.
same?
The same. So multiply them. It should be 256 divided by 625. Okay. Is that clear? Yes. Next one. C part, the last one. They're saying Mia takes 3 of 25 shapes at random without replacement. Is she going to place it back? Is she going to place it back? Yes or no?
No.
So total will change, right? Find the probability that one of the shapes is a triangle with line of symmetry. She's taking 3, and let me just copy this. I'm going to paste it over here. I'm going to paste it over here. Okay, she's going to take 3 out of this, right? So let me, and what is required? Find the probability that one of the shapes is a triangle with the line of symmetry. So I'm going to make a list according to what is required. Anur, what is required? A triangle with
Line symmetry.
So triangle with symmetry is
4
how many?
over 25.
Just making a list first. How many are there?
4 by 25.
No, just making a list, not I'm calculating the probability. So 4. What about the others? Because only one of the shape, can you see the probability? That only one of the shape is a triangle with symmetry. That means if she's taking out 3, if the first one is the triangle with the line of symmetry, what should be the others? The second and the third. Can they be triangles with line of symmetry?
No.
No. Okay. So what are the other shapes?
Rules.
How many?
2.
Are you sure? If it's 4, the others are
9 plus 7.
plus 16.
21.
Yes. Okay. And the total is 25. This is why a list is important. You have, because, can you read the statement again? Mia takes 3 out of the 25 shapes at random. Okay. So all of them are involved. Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
So just as you can see, you might have noticed, but I'm going to list it down again. Okay. So if the first one is a triangle, the other two should be triangle with line of symmetry. The other two should be, yes. If the first one is a triangle with a line of symmetry, the other two should be. Mohammed Amir? Manur, okay, answer.
Sir, I'm not sure.
Okay, the condition was that find the probability that one of the shapes is a line of symmetry. So if the first one is the one with a triangle with a line of symmetry, what should be the second one? Should it be that a triangle with a line of symmetry or no?
No.
So that means it must be from the others, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
And the third one, should it be from the triangle with the line of symmetry or from the others?
The others.
Yes. So that is how we are going to deal with. Okay. Now there is this the only possibility, or are there more possibilities to this? Or I
There
can say
could be 2 more possibilities.
the first one is the other one. The second is a triangle. And the third is also other. Or we have another one. First one is the other shape. The second is also the other shape. And the third is a triangle with the line of symmetry. So basically, with a bit of practice, you will just figure out quickly at what is happening over here. So first of all, the first probability, yes, tell me, what should be the first probability? It's a probability without replacement. Be careful.
4 by 25.
4 by 25. Now, one of the triangles with line of symmetry is reduced. Okay. And one of the total is also reduced. Now tell me, for the probability of the other one should be
21 over 24.
good. Okay. Now we have
20 over 23.
good, because one of the other shapes reduced along with the total. So it is going to carry on like the same for all these three. The first one, the other, that should be
21 by 25.
Okay. Then
4 by 24.
good. Then
20 over 23.
good. Or
21 by 25. 20 by 24. And 4 over 23.
isn't it the same thing every time? The numerator have the same values, the denominator have the same values, isn't it? 4, 21, and 20 in the numerator, and denominator we have 25, 24, and 23. Right? Isn't it? For each possibility.
Yes.
So you can always, with a bit of practice, you can just, whenever you see such a scenario, you can always write 3 times the numerator, because the values in the numerator are the same and the values in the denominator are also the same. So I just times it 3 times. Okay, work it out. Tell me the answer. You can give it in fraction form, you can give it in decimal form. Over here, the answer given is 42 over 115, or in decimal form is 0.365. Is it so? Yes or no? Rafi, is this your answer?
Yes, sir.
जी सर यही आ रहा है.
Good. So that was it. Okay.